Giving families of children with a new autism diagnosis extra support is where the idea of an Autism Resources Navigator comes in. This idea is quite new. Agencies in Washington are just beginning to develop this type of autism-specific support. Because of Holly Ridge's long history serving young children with developmental differences, we're uniquely situated to help families of newly diagnosed autistic children in our community. Our Autism Resources Navigator can help caregivers sift through all the new information about autism they're encountering after their child's diagnosis. She can help families get a better understanding of what autism is and why their child was given this diagnosis. Some other ways our Autism Navigator might help is by explaining why certain types of therapies are recommended for young autistic children and what to look for in therapists, what kinds of questions to ask. She can help parents figure out what the best next steps will be for their unique family. Our Autism Resources Navigator brings the same sensitive, high-quality care and support that families experience with all Holly Ridge staff, and it's our privilege to accompany families as they begin their journey with autism. I've worked with young children with autism and their families for over 20 years. Back when I got started, about 1 in 166 children in the U.S. were being diagnosed with autism, but that number has increased dramatically over the past 2 decades. In 2021, the CDC reported that 1 in 44, or a little more than 2% of children nationwide, are now being diagnosed as autistic. Doctors, psychologists, therapists, and school systems, they've all been trying to respond to this increase, but it hasn't been easy to keep up with the need. For example, Washington Healthcare Authority has made a real effort to increase the number of medical providers trained to diagnose autism, and now more children are getting evaluated and properly diagnosed, but this also means that more and more families are searching for resources to help their children. But not all communities in our state have a coordinated way to help families connect to the local autism-related services they need. Receiving a diagnosis of autism for your young child is often emotionally charged. Some parents feel more comfortable than others when hearing this news. Oftentimes, parents question what this diagnosis will mean for their child and for their responsibilities as a parent. For example, they might not be sure if their child will learn to talk or be able to communicate, or whether they'll be able to make friends. Oftentimes, caregivers are given a list of tips or resources to read after their child is diagnosed, and most parents want to know what to do to help their child. But the amount of information parents get from their doctor, the internet, well-meaning family members, is often really overwhelming and can be hard to make sense of. This is where having a trusted connection with someone who's sensitive to what's important to your family and to what fits for you and your child may help.